update on the Bentley. We're actually at Bentley because we need their help. We need to go talk to the corporate boys here. The last episode, James called his hookup at M Sport and asked them, will you put the kit on this car? And what was the outcome of that call?
We're gonna get you a price because it's not easy. So one of the big things with the race car kit is that it was obviously designed to be attached to a race car. The fixings of a race car are literally designed to snap on and snap off. So the hard points that they adhere to, so if it comes in from a crash, for example, in an endurance race, they can take the whole front end off with like a few clips. This doesn't have the mounting points for those clips. However, it is the same car and it can be done. We're gonna explore further and find out how many zeros you're gonna have to put on your check to make it happen.
So, and to do that, there's another step we have to deal with today in the meantime, and that's here at Bentley. How are ya?
Good, how you doing?
Good. We have a problem with the Bentley. We need your help with it. A quote on some parts. We just did all the wrap. This car is fully straight piped, has nitrous, all the classic Bentley things. But there's a problem, and that's the wheels. I have them powder coated to match the wrap, but you notice they're a bit dirty.
Yeah.
So I have to change the brakes to ceramic brakes.
Okay.
But this car came as a factory option with ceramics, so I'm wondering if you guys will help me out and actually sell me the brake change or whatever.
What it needs. Okay, let's get you inside and see what
All right.
You know how this is gonna be a really expensive deal, right? When you spec carbon ceramics at factory, a massive reduction in cost is that it's put on as part of the production line.
Right.
When you retrofit them, all of that labor on top of it, all of the shipping to bring them over, like it's just way more expensive to retrofit them. It's gonna be a chunk.
What do you think of this car?
Did a promotional campaign with this and they went full, like off-roading up a mountain.
Really?
Yeah, full on.
Has it sold well for Porsche?
It has, yeah. In the UK, they're still going for overs. The reason I actually like it is the reality of the streets are they're actually crap. They suck.
Yeah.
There's potholes. The transitions that you have here, it's like quite unique to LA. That like why is that? That they have these massive like gullies between every transition. Like getting in and out of those potholes, railways through Compton. It's obviously has a taller ride height, so it has more ground clearance. But even the tires, and more particularly the sidewalls of the tires, it's just designed to take impact and take a beating. Back home, our B roads, broken up, potholes, like just nasty. In the winter, one of these in the UK would be amazing.
It is cool because it's not too far gone from the classic 911 body lines.
I've never seen this. So we're on a 2023 Porsche 911 Sport Classic. You can think of this a manual Turbo S, right?
Sick.
It's very cool. This, I've never seen this before. The no haggle price, one price. It means that the price you see on the sticker is the price you pay. No games, no uncomfortable negotiations.
That's nice, I don't have to negotiate.
Yeah, pay up or get the out.
All right, what do you think, price-wise? Everything, tax, labor, installs.
$25,000.
How much will it cost to convert to ceramic? What's your guess?
£27,000.
If you wanted to go ahead and convert to, I'd have to figure out and see if there's like a plug-and-play situation, if you can just swap out the calipers, brake pads, rotors. I'd have to take a look and see if everything is interchangeable.
Got
Or
it.
if there's something else that you would have to purchase to make that conversion.
How much is just the actual rotors, the ceramic rotors?
Ceramic rotor comes out to $1,237.48 each.
How the hell is it that cheap? I mean, it's kind of high. That's way too cheap. For carbon ceramic rotors, it's $1,200 each?
Yes,
There's no way. For the actual disc.
the disc, correct.
Here's that commercial for IKEA where it's like, get in the car and run. It was, we'll get in the car and run. I told the guy, he says they're $1,200 a rotor. I said, I don't think that's possible for ceramics, but we're gonna do some research. Look how bad that is, like brutal.
I'm sure you got a good cleaning guy.
Yeah, but they're satin. So actually, the wheels are actually stained, by the way, you guys. They won't come clean now. So either I go black, but what do you think of the monochromatic? Like,
I think it's cool.
do you like the yellow on yellow?
Absolutely. Absolutely cool. And I thought you were going with the NIM Sport kit.
Well, we're working on that. He has a friend, M Sport, in the great UK. The engine in the race car is lower and farther back. Might not be an issue, but the suspension's different, the exhaust is different. So what would it realistically take to do it? Rather than us figuring it out, get the guys who build the actual race cars to tell us if it's reasonable or not.
Makes sense.
Bunch of Bentleys here. We have Bentayga, Flying Spur, Porsche GTS. Beautiful car. I love me a Flying Spur. Ultimate daily. But remember, these things depreciate. So you gotta time the market to get rid. Holy shit. Look at that. That is gorgeous.
You like the baby blue?
The baby blue
That's really cool.
GT Speed W12, which is no longer being made by Bentley, according to James.
That long term is going to be a special car.
You think so? Because there really is no long-term special Bentley yet. Name a Bentley that's traded over MSRP that wasn't built in the 20s.
There aren't any.
There aren't any.
What I mean is, that's not to say that it's going to go crazy overs. I mean, it's a special car in Bentley's history.
Right.
Because it's the discontinued last of the W12, right? And it's the final speed. I think it'll be a special one. They didn't make a huge amount of them. You could chop them in because it comes with ceramics standard.
Did that really?
You could just come back.
I should have done that. So by the way, guys, I paid $165 USD for this car. That car's probably closer to 500,000. Bentley bro, what's wrong with that one? Is it broken? You know what happened to the Bentley bro? Is it broken? Good talk. Good talk.
See you.
Like that, Mr. JWW is back to the airport. Yorkie, back to the great UK.
We'll see you.
I'll see you in Vietnam.
Can you believe those words are leaving your mouth? See you in Vietnam, are you kidding me? Dude, stay tuned for that one, it's gonna get messy.
Quick interruption to thank our sponsor today, and that's BetterHelp. Now, I read a lot of the comments, and I see a lot of people saying things like, man, if I had that Bentley or that Lamborghini, I'd be so happy. And I wish I could tell you that that's true. It simply isn't. The only way to get true happiness and fulfillment is to have all the important things in your life dialed in. The way you feel about yourself, the way you feel about your family, the loved ones, those are the things ultimately that matter. There's a tons of billionaires that are very lonely. That's why it's so important to take care of your mental health. BetterHelp has licensed therapists that can help you and offer you the guidance you need, and it's unbiased. The problem when you get advice from your friends and family is there's always a what's in it for them. Being vulnerable can be really hard, especially for men. We don't feel safe to say what we're thinking until we wait to the last minute and it explodes. If you're watching this, you can probably relate with that. So right now, click the link in the description, do a quick questionnaire, and in most cases, within 48 hours, we'll pair you with a licensed therapist. You can get going. You can do messaging in the app, you can do video, you can do a voice call. Now, if you've never been through therapy or talked to a therapist, it can be pretty intimidating. Let me tell you, it's not what you think. It's the one place you can be completely safe to say how you're feeling, truly, not be judged, and not have to worry about what they're gonna think about you after. That's why I use it. It's a great resource when it comes to parenting through divorces, challenges of just life in general, running a big company, all the stress we go through. It can be really tough, and there's days it's really hard. The pressure is always there. So right now, take the action you need to find the fulfillment in your life right now. And about the Bentley or the Lamborghini, it's about inner peace and happiness. Click the link below and get 10% off your first month of therapy. Feel really confident that you'll enjoy the process. You don't have to tell people you're doing therapy. Nothing wrong with you. In fact, people do therapy, I find that quite intriguing, the fact that they're taking the accountability to make the changes in their life rather than thinking they know everything, because no one knows everything. Even your therapist will tell you that. All right, back to the vlog. Oh, speaking of projects, boys, what's going on over here?
This is for me.
This is the Lamborghini Killer.
That's right, this is the Destroyer.
And then on the F12, I noticed you have some brakes over here. Why are they black?
I know it's weird, right? Willwood does this like e-coating, but as soon as you hit the brakes and the brake pads touch this, it wears off that coating. So basically, the rotors won't rust when they're sitting.
Smart.
Before you use it. Yeah, this is all ready to go. We've got...
And that's nasty.
That guy's all bolted up. Now, it's not big, but it is pretty lightweight for it being a steel rotor. So this will work really well. We've got all of the suspension components that I built for the angle kit.
Oh, Jesus.
That's all done. That's all welded up. Tim painted them. Working on the rear uprights are off. We have to machine the factory brake caliper mounting point off of it, as it ran a radial mount, so it has like pins that come out and the calipers that slide on this way instead of bolts that go in the other way. So we got to machine that off to get the rear stuff to fit. So we've got the rear rotors here.
This was skinny.
Yeah, you don't want a lot of weight. So the bigger it is, the more centrifugal force there is, the more weight there is, it slows everything down. So when you go and grab an e-brake at 100 miles an hour wheel speed and it stops the wheels and then it spins back up to 100, all that extra weight just basically makes everything happen slower and it's harder on the drivetrain. So
let me ask you this, how much is that one rotor?
it's honestly pretty cheap. So I think a rotor's like $300 and the hat's about $200. So comparing it to Ferrari price.
I went to Bentley just now in this video to get ceramic brake quote. And the guy on the phone, guess how much he quoted me per rotor?
10 grand.
$1,200. It's impossible.
What?
There's no way.
He pulled up a steel price.
He pulled up even a steel price at Bentley, bro. They're huge. It's Urus-sized rotors.
I'd have to look at him. If it's not an aluminum hat, if it's just a steel rotor that's cast, that sounds about right. It's possible. But that's definitely not the price for a ceramic.
No, for one of these bad boys. I mean, from Ferrari, those have to be...
They're probably 12 grand a piece.
A
from
piece.
Ferrari. 12 a piece. Yeah.
So we have like a brand new Honda Civic with warranty here.
Yeah, we have another one floating around.
Yeah, we don't care. In fact, we are going to do a bit of a garage sale at some point. We'll take all these factory Ferrari parts to help fund this. It's just taking the time to do that. I have brought on some front end staff I'm working on right now. So part of that role will be listing bay.
So lots of guessing going on here.
Look at tell. This is the new turbos.
These are the new ones.
Damn, those are massive for this motor compared to the stock ones.
Yeah.
I actually don't know if they're any bigger or not.
Well, yeah, the stock ones, look in the front. This is where you really can tell the difference.
Oh yeah, even the input size. Yeah. How long till we get this car running so that you can race the 720 when it's done?
When's the 720 gonna be done?
I don't know.
So that's the real question because this will be done, if I work on it, probably 2 days. It'll be
Really?
running?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think you can be at 720 when it's running? Oh man, I like this. We'll get it done.
Let's go.
So, Bentley says paint the wheels. Give me a quote on those rotors. That makes no sense. We have some research to do. We do need ceramic brakes. That's a non-negotiable. Even painted black, they still don't look good. But the real opportunity right now is James and M Sport to see, can we ship this car to England for a full build series? Now, if they won't install the kit or it's too expensive, they don't have time, maybe somebody else over in the UK has fitted these kits before. What we don't want to happen is a F12 or McLaren situation where it's gone for a year. And that's why I wrapped the car the way it's wrapped right now. I don't want to wait. I want to drive the car and enjoy the car. And I absolutely love it. I am so pumped to drive it. It has all the things I love. It's comfortable, sounds good, it looks good. It really is on brand with my personality. The ultimate goal, again, you guys, is we gotta do the kit. We gotta figure it out. I talked to a few sponsors about it. Even if it costs, say, $150,000, if I can find the right luxury sponsor, I think it's a pretty cool position for like a watch brand. There's lots of applications that'd be cool because once the car is done, I'm taking it literally everywhere. I wonder if we can get this car to spin around one time. Now, I don't want to break it, so I shouldn't be doing this, but let's try it one time. So I've got TC off and basically put it in manual mode. So M1 right there. We are in sport. If I just give it... Oh! That was weird. Did you see that? I came off the throttle and it grabbed the throttle. What was that? That's not good. I spun the car once, I went to get back in it, and I was like, oh, the barrier's right there. Thought of understeer. The thing punched the throttle. Look how close we were. Damn, I'm alone right now. I shouldn't be doing this. We're not gonna do that again. We're gonna put the, press that, and we're gonna go chill. Well, Yorkie lost the key to the minivan, and he drove the van from one side of the building to here just to load furniture, and in that, lost the key. Spent 2 days looking for it, key's gone. So, unfortunately, there's no spare. We have to tow the van to the dealership, and for $800, get a new key. But in fact, we're gonna get two. We're gonna get a spare this time. But there's also another minivan. As you guys know, we have two Carrera Van GTs. There's been a lot of questions about what to do with the crashed one. And I think I have an idea. Probably dumb, but here we go. I'm gonna get Evan to rebuild it. I'm gonna get the transmission rebuilt again. And I know I'm gonna ship it to the great UK so that we have a Carrera Van GT as a crew car where we do content in England. If I put it in a container, it's $2,000 the slow way. No big deal. I have to figure out the paperwork and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, how bad would it be to have the Carrera Van GT in the UK and we have two of them? Comment below, is that a really dumb idea? Do you want to see it? I need comments. I'm gonna read them. I need to know what you think, because this is gonna be expensive, but is it worth it? Nitrous and the Carrera Van GT in England. We made some progress in the past 12 hours.
You know, we stayed here overnight and we cranked it out. It actually all came together. So we got the new turbos on, we got the new fuel lines with high pressure pumps, all that stuff sorted. It's ready to go in the car now.
When can we actually pop it in?
Right now.
Until we get lunch first. This is all the aftermarket stuff from PTG. So that's a high pressure fuel line right there. There's a pump.
From the tank feeds both of the new high pressure pumps for more fuel and more boost and more power, more Lamborghini destroying power.
Should have got the turbos coated a cool color like pink.
The boys are busy on the F12. Major updates have been happening, as you've seen in previous videos, and I'm not going to bother them with a Bentley.
Yeah, I mean, really, to get that kit to fit, you've got to change everything, because in the race car, like, the engine is probably down lower.
Down lower and back, they told me.
Yeah, and the radiators are all going to be different. Like, it's probably an angled radiator with the hood scoops. All of that stuff is going to be completely different than a factory car. And in the rear of the car, we've got all the air suspension, like, all that stuff in the back.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, so like the rear diffuser and all that stuff probably won't fit. So
can we relocate the air stuff to the trunk?
maybe.
It's a compressor and...
It's a compressor,
tank.
it's a tank, but it's like, it's gonna take a while because it's all plastic hoses with like the click lock things. So they're all like, you know, very specialized form-fitted hoses. So we'd have to like cut them and reroute them and make a bunch of custom stuff. I mean, it's gonna be a big job. It's not a bolt-on kit.
Somebody hit me up. This is a 2-day video, by the way. Somebody hit me up yesterday that makes an aftermarket carbon rotor for this car, but 10 grand for a full set. Using the factory calipers, just a pad change, obviously,
yep,
a fluid change,
yep,
and then the actual ceramic rotors. I know TJ Hunt did a GT3 kit on an M4, I believe.
Yes.
And the wheel gap was horrific.
Yeah, that's the real issue, right? So yes, on a race car, you're probably gonna run 18-inch wheels because almost every series says you have to run 18-inch wheels. And here's the size wheel and here's the tire that runs on that wheel. So it's all homologated. So it's an 18-inch wheel, but it's a really tall side profile. And also race cars aren't worried about that super like little fender gap, right? So they're always sitting a little in and there's always a bit more of a gap, but you know, it's just the way it is. So like now do you modify the kit and add like an inch to that wheel well all the way around to make it look like the wheels are filling it up more? Because it's all gonna be, you know, raw material, so you can add that on when somebody's doing the body kit. Not me, but a body guy can do that.
Well, it's all carbon fiber, so now it's gonna do carbon stuff.
Okay, it's going on a street car, so you're not worried about every last ounce of weight.
No.
It's a Bentley, look at this thing, it's heavy as hell.
Like 7,000 pounds.
Yeah, exactly. So we're just gonna add it, right? You add whatever you need to, maybe even make it longer and then trim it out later when you get everything set. But you just add carbon and epoxy resin to it, and
Sounds like you know what you're doing.
I've seen videos.
Sounds like you're doing the body kit installation.
I am not.
In the meantime, we do have a pretty epic livery on this car now. Tim, what do you like, the yellow side or the black side?
I like the yellow side. What are you trying to insinuate?
I'm asking you a question. What do you like?
Personally, I like the black side better, but I'm more of a kind of incognito. When you get up close to it and you see all of like the triangle camo and stuff, it's really cool.
Okay, quick lunch break for us, and then we have a whole other issue to deal with involving the Canadian border and Houston Crosta and my troubled childhood. One of those things isn't bullshit. So they're gonna keep on pushing on the AMG build. I wanna get that car done so I can see if it's actually faster than any of the DD cars. In fact, I bet you the Bentley's faster. What are you laughing at?
You do have nitrous, but I got upgraded turbos and a built engine.
Well, this is a twin turbo V8.
It is.
Can I build this thing?
You can, but you didn't.
I know a guy who knows a guy.
I know.
Named Alex Cantoni.
Yeah, right? Tell him to get on it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
This is what he wants right now. I'll see you guys later. So we have a serious problem I've been dealing with for the past 2 weeks now, and I have not told you guys about it. The Huracan KB43 car that Houston bought for Royalty Exotics that you guys want to rent. Deal's done, car's been paid for, but there's a really big problem that nobody saw coming. Being a business owner is literally just solving one problem, then the next, and the next. How it goes. And unfortunately, some problems you can't foresee. In fact, there's a whole other issue I'm not gonna get into in this video that just happened with a local city and our HQ. It's just come to my desk. We're working through it right now. Let me give you a hint. There might be an issue with what we do at our building because this pristine area of Compton, California is protected in all its beauty and glory. And we need to make sure that we are a positive impact on it because it's pristine and well taken care of. So we'll get to that later. In the meantime, we sold Houston the Huracan. It's a Canadian car. It has to be exported to the US. And we do everything by the book. There's no way around it. It has to go through the border. The border found a problem. The car's currently locked up at the border. There's no way of getting it back. And that's to solve two very specific issues. The first issue we're gonna address right here, right now, and it involves a bit of a road trip. So when we get there, I'll explain what's going on. All right, we are here in East LA. There's a police helicopter. And I'm trying to solve a problem right now, and I'm hoping that the problem can be solved. So I mentioned there's two issues. The first issue is when we put the body kit on that Huracan, we debodied it. We tore the body off, put a new body on it, no big deal. To export the car, there's a very specific VIN plate in the door. It's like a sticker for compliance on crash safety, and I believe something to do with EPA. So we need the actual plate. The physical plate needs to be on the car. No big deal, right? We have the body. Well, we don't. We sold it. We sold it when we built the car to a buddy of John's. I got a hold of the guy. I said, do you have that VIN plate from the door jam? He goes, I don't know. I got everything in a pile. You can come look if you want. So we're here right now in East LA in this very nefarious neighborhood to hopefully find that plate. Without it, we're literally That's problem one. Problem two is even bigger. And we're here. Juan. Nice to meet you, brother. How are you?
Good to go to yourself.
So I'm good, thank you. Sorry, I'm just wrapped up in my head right now, all the stress I'm dealing with. We built a Huracan, John installed the kit, and he says, hey, I know a body shop that could use the spare parts. And you guys bought it off of us.
Yes, we did.
Everything, including a very specific, what's it called, the VIN decal on the door?
Yes, yes.
We need that. Do you still have it?
Let me check. We should have it because pretty much we collected all the parts.
What's happening with this Huracan over here?
It got rear-ended, so it's another insurance job. And then customer wanted some goodies.
Damn, what's up, bro? Dave, how are you?
John.
John. John, I got the Huracan getting the kit.
Try to do everything here.
So this thing factory got turbo, what do we got going on over here? So we got hit in the back and oh shit, nothing left. But you know what though, when a car gets hit, that's time for upgrades.
Yeah.
Right? Put a body kit on there. Anyways, I digress. We're here for that VIN plate. So do you still have all the stuff we sold you guys?
With some of it.
I see a hood.
There's your hood up there.
So what I need is, actually I'll show it on this car. Can I open this door? Yeah. Oh, it's missing off that car too.
Oh, you know what? Here it is. This
Yeah,
is for
that's
the...
literally what we need. So show them this would sit like this, right there. So that label is required to export a car from Canada to the US. All the required at the border is that is present in the vehicle, not a picture of it, the actual physical thing. But if you notice on it, I'm gonna cover this up because this is a customer car, but it actually has, right there on my fingers is the actual VIN number. So you can't just go and grab one from this car. Otherwise, I would steal that and run off and you guys can't catch me. We need the actual one from the Huracan. You guys have been looking and I don't see where you might keep it. Can we look? Wow, spares everywhere. All right, so what we're looking for is red like this. Oh. There it is. You had that the whole time. He's with me. Oh, just happens to be that was good.
You know, sometimes we have some parts laying around and here it is.
Bitch.
Blame it on John, the owner.
It's been sitting here for over a year.
You guys told me you weren't sure if you had it or not. Okay, well played. Give me a minute. I've been stressed out trying to figure out how to get this car exported. So there it is, you guys. There is the piece we need for the Huracan. Well, one of two things. The other issue now is called a clearance letter. So do you know about this, how that works at the border?
No.
In order for me to get the car to the US, because Houston Royalty bought our Huracan for a rental, so you can actually rent the KB43 car. Like, you could rent it. Cool. It's like $1,500 a day, 24 hours. Crazy. But you have to have a letter from Lamborghini giving you permission to bring it to the US, and that there's no open recalls.
What?
Do you know how much some of the dealerships charge for that?
How much?
$10,000. They can charge you whatever they feel like.
So it's not like a regular PPI, no, they go...
It's called a clearance letter.
Okay.
An OEM clearance letter from the destination country, giving permission for that car to come into the country, acknowledging there's no recalls or any defects or issues with it. So it's safe to come into the US. And the dealerships pick the pricing. I have a secret weapon, we'll call him, and I have a friend at Boston Lamborghini who we met when we were on the rally on the East Coast.
Yes.
He's a homie, so I'm hoping his name's Seth. I'm hoping Seth will just hook us up because like it's literally a piece of paper.
Yes.
$10,000? Bro,
bet.
I get business is business,
Who's
but
paying
so
for
is
that?
charity.
Houston or
Well, that's another argument.
Okay,
Houston is a master negotiator.
Yeah.
That'll be on us, I can guarantee you that. But at the end of the day, we came really close to having to kill this deal. But so many of you guys have hit up Houston saying, when can we rent the KB43 car? The only option is to get that letter. We have one piece, now we need the letter. Once we have that, I have to literally today courier this to the border, to customs, the whole thing.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, when we purchased all the parts, I saw that and I saved it. I'm like, if they ever get rid of that car, I know they're gonna need that.
Yeah, I had no idea that was even there. I thought the VIN plate on the dash and the engine. I didn't realize there's one.
There's one in the dash, of course we all know, and then there's the other one that goes right here in the
Every car has it there.
Yes, yes.
You guys are lifesavers. Thanks for keeping that. I owe you. And if I ever crash a Huracan, I'll come see you.
Definitely.
We'll make everybody happy.
You make everybody happy.
Yeah.
I would call this a happy ending. Like not like the massage style, but like. Let's see, have some oil. Draw the Bentley in because off camera, you said something to me about the Bentley.
So honestly, you changed the Bentley game. People will see a Bentley, they'll be like, it's for rich guys, he can't do much on it. Now that you look at it, it's amazing.
But the real reason I brought the camera out right now is the GT3 kit. You're pretty confident you can put that on.
Very confident.
Is that something you boys want to get into? Is that a hole you want to dig?
We just go to Home Depot and start getting shovels already. We're ready to go.
Just maybe the gentleman here at Certified Motorsports in the City of Angels can make this happen. We could build the first wide-body GT Bentley in Los Angeles. It'd be a pretty cool story.
Well,
I'm in a weird spot right now because I actually gave up on this dream for a while, but now the dream's coming back. Seeing it with a wrap, the potential of this car, it's a stock body, look how it is. Imagine that livery on the GT3 wide body. Like, it's insane.
insane. Game changer.
But we need carbon brakes, so we still need carbon brakes. We need to figure it out.
Like that, we have a completely assembled long block with all the accessories for the AMG GT, 1,000 horsepower. Yes, and you forgot the Lamborghini Destroyer also.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Soon, very soon, Dave, very soon.
Pretty cocky, Mike. I've got the VIN plate for the Huracan for the export now.
So what is the VIN plate?
Oh, do you want to see it?
Yeah.
So every car has this sticker on it. I'll show you on a Bentley actually where it is. Without it, you cannot export it or register it.
Well, so even though
Where was it on this car?
it might be on the door.
No, that?
Maybe that's that one.
Yeah, they change it up. Put some parts in different spots. Oh, it's in here. So the sticker is on the chassis.
That's a way better place for it.
Yeah.
Why would Lamborghini put on a removable panel? This pops in, pops out.
Yeah, I have no
Why is
idea.
that off the car?
Well, we sold the body off the car, so luckily I got it back.
That's crazy.
But now I need a clearance letter, so I'm gonna call our friends at Boston Lamborghini and see if they'll give us a clearance letter. Then this has to go back to Canada and has to get reinstalled back in the car. Can't take this off.
No, I know. You can't peel it. It will get ruined. It's odd because on the chassis, that number, the VIN number, is on the chassis in multiple spots.
They want to have it, so Houston explained to me.
Yeah.
It's not the Canadian side, it's the US side. Canada's holding the car because US has to approve the import before it leaves Canada. The car's right now in customs. We have to get it out of customs over to a body shop to have this installed. This is the kind of shit to deal with. It's stupid.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Hey guys, this is Seth from Boston Lamborghini. We met Seth last May when we were there for the rally. You guys were gracious to host us, our cars, and not only that, our amazing fans. So thank you again for that.
You're most welcome.
So I have a 2017 Huracan I've sold to Houston Royalty Exotics. I need a US clearance letter from a Lamborghini dealership in the United States of America. Have you ever dealt with that before?
I have not, so you just let me know exactly what you need and we can make it happen.
So that was easy.
What that needs to say.
I'll find the
I'm
verbiage.
assuming, is it emissions related or what is it? What do they need?
I think it's to prove it has no recalls.
Yeah, that's easy, right? Okay.
Okay, man. I put the body kit on the car and I sold all the panels, including the VIN plates. So I had to track down the VIN plates. I just got them back. I have to ship them to Canada, have them reinstalled by a body shop, then the clearance letter. But right now the car is literally stuck at customs. But when you own a business, all it is one problem, then another, and then when that one's installed, there's another. And sometimes you get two at once. Sometimes three at once.
Happens, brother. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, just send me a text, outline kind of exactly if they've given you any guidance as far as what that letter has to contain, and we'll get it done and give me as much info as you can on the
Thank
car,
you.
and then let's try to get the VIN back on the car.
I know a guy who knows a guy. You guys, if you are in the Boston area and you want to buy a Bentley, if you're like me and you're the #1 Bentley ambassador, or you're Lamborghini, you guys are Rolls Royce as well. What are you?
Yep, Bentley, Lamborghini, and Rolls.
Hit up Seth. He actually has a pretty creative Instagram. I follow Seth on Instagram. I send him really weird DMs at 2 in the morning. Usually looking for favors for tickets to events. But all jokes aside, hit him up if you need a car. He's the man. Thank you very much. Look what we have right here, fresh from the dealership. A brand new Dodge Caravan GT key. Can you guess how much it costs? That mistake. Well, I'll tell you how much it costs. Tow truck, 150 bucks. The key and labor. Well, actually we got 2 keys, one's on order. With towing, $1,000 when you lose a key to your Dodge Caravan GT. Your key in the great UK right now, you owe me $1,000. And what's gonna happen, and I guarantee it's always happens, it's called Murphy's Law, we're gonna find that key somewhere dumb, probably tonight. But in the meantime, the Caravan GT is back.